everybody, welcome to today's Haggerty Dog Training Online. This is my fancy mask that I wanted to show off. I got lucky enough to buy one of these bog masks back in February. They are all sold out, but they're great masks. So when they come back on, I highly recommend bog mask. Now, I just recorded this video. I thought I was doing it live. I don't know. and then lost it. I'm not a computer person. I'm not a social media person. So that leads me to my next point. I'm really sorry. I know I said that I would do videos every day. I've had people emailing me, calling me, contacting me, asking, hey, I have a friend in Montana that needs help, but they don't do Facebook. They know how to do YouTube, and I have somebody else who doesn't know how to do Instagram, and everybody doesn't seem to follow the same social media platform. So I've been kind of skipping around between LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Until I find that right formula. I think I finally figured out the solution to that so that I can help as many people as possible with as much ease as possible, even for those who may not be that computer savvy or people who are not really online all that much. Now, there are a couple of things I wanted to cover that are prevailing themes this week or during this quarantine. One is a lot of people are worried about being able to socialize their dogs. And I keep telling people, do not worry about this. You have to remember 20, 25, 30 years ago, dogs did not go to training class until they were 6, 7, 8, 9 months of age, even older. Usually people did not call dog trainers until their dog was a year and a half, ate through the drywall, ate through the brand new leather sofa, jumped up and stole turkey dinner on Thanksgiving. The problems were not addressed until the dogs were much older. And there was a prevailing misconception that you're not supposed to take your dog out before they were 6 months of age. So you have to remember that for years and years and years, thousands and decades of dogs did not go to socialization class. Today, it is very, very normal that someone will call us up before the puppy is even on the ground yet to get them enrolled in puppy class. So now we have all these people who have all these brand new puppies and they're in a panic. So I keep telling everybody, there are ways to socialize your dog while keeping a great distance. And we're going to teach that in my puppy class starting next week. That will be an online puppy class. And I'm going to show you ways to get your dog used to the sights and sounds and the handling, etc., while in the privacy of your own home, preparing them for it's time to come out of our homes and it'll be safe again to go out in the public and in the real world. So please don't worry, your dog is going to be fine. Those dogs prior to 20 years ago that never made it to puppy class, they lived to tell about it and it didn't break them. Your dog will be fine, I promise. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you about. The other thing is, now everybody is worried because they're trying to get their dogs in for help with a professional. They're getting online. They're getting different pieces of advice. I had a lovely girl who called me the day before yesterday. She was in tears because she's listening to the mailman, the brother-in-law, 6 different dog trainers online, the plumber. Everybody's giving her different pieces of advice on how to house train her dog. She's in a panic because her 4-month-old puppy is not house trained yet. She was doing a couple of right things, but she was doing them inconsistently. So I highlighted what she needed to do. And the biggest thing I told her she has to do is she has to be consistent. She has to be persistent, and she has to be calm. He's a 4-month-old puppy. He will get it. You just have to do enough of the right things for long enough in order to see a difference in your dog. And the other part of it was she was feeling a lot of guilt using a crate. Don't feel guilty. Your dog is fine. The safest place for your dog is in a crate. It's the most efficient way to get your dog house trained. Now, when you take my puppy training class or my house training class, or you watch any of my free videos on house training, you're going to learn how you can cheat and not keep the dog in the crate. However, the crate is going to make things a lot easier and a lot safer for your dog and just a lot easier for you to implement and make the process go a lot more smoothly. So don't feel guilty. And I reminded her, I said, didn't your mother put you in a crib? Didn't you have your own bed growing up? You liked it. It's a safe place. You enjoy it. I look forward to the end of the day. I get to go retreat into my crib at night, and go to sleep. Nobody bothers me. their dog is not going to break. I also warned her, I said, look, the only thing 3 dog trainers can agree upon is what the third is doing wrong. But the only thing 2 dog trainers can agree on is what a third is doing wrong. So it's super important that you don't take advice from 62 different people. You will drive yourself crazy. Follow one philosophy and follow it all the way through, and you will get your dog house trained. She felt a lot better. She did what I told her to do. She sent me a text last night. You know, the dog had 1 accident, which was better than 1 accident every hour. And she's on the road to the right way to do things, and her dog is already getting better. So I just want to convey to all of you, relax. When you're training your dog, when you're house training your dog, don't expect too much too soon. Remember, they're puppies. They're young. They're fine. Just be calm, be persistent, and be consistent. Consistency is the key. And don't be stressed out about it. It's not worth getting yourself stressed out about. The third thing I wanted to just mention to you is we got a nice girl who sent us a little chat note on our website chat asking us which brand of harness do we recommend. We don't recommend a harness. All a harness does is teaches your dog to pull more comfortably. That's how they train sled dogs. That's how they work protection dogs for bite work. And that's how they train fighting dogs. Not that you're supposed to be fighting your dog, and I realize it's illegal, and I'm not suggesting that you do, but that is how they train fighting dogs. It builds up their frustration. It angers them. It gets them frustrated. They get more agitated. You'll also find if you look at statistics, a lot of dog bites that happen are from dogs that were tied up to a tree for years and years and years, and it just built up the frustration on the dog. Do not use a halter when training your dog. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's safe on the dog's neck. It's bad for their trachea. If your dog has been taught to walk on a loose leash, your dog is not going to be pulling on a collar. So your dog needs to be trained to walk on a nice, loose leash, not pulling you on a halter. Okay, so get that thought out of your head. The smartest thing and the best thing you can do for your dog is train them to walk on a nice, loose leash. They will enjoy it better. You can do it in a day's time. You will be happier. Your dog's not making the decisions. You are. You're telling your dog where to walk. Your dog is not dragging you, telling you where to walk. It also can create shoulder problems. I've seen some dogs that have had shoulder problems from harnesses. Dogs have also been known to get out of harnesses. So unless you've got the perfect harness and it's fitting properly and you know how to use it properly, and you put it on properly, you could also have much bigger problems. Anyway, I do apologize again for my not having videos the last couple of days. This whole quarantine thing has gotten me completely out of a routine, and I'm trying to get back out of this slothfulness I've fallen into during this quarantine. So I am going to do another video later today that I will put up on YouTube, and I'll share the link on Facebook as well. And I'm going to try to figure out if I can share it on Instagram. I think that I can. I haven't figured that out yet. My video later on today is going to be specifically for my students who are texting me saying, Gracie can't wait to go back to school. ZD is beyond, chaotic. She just wants to have fun, and she wants to go back to school, and she wants to go back to playing piano and doing her tricks, etc. And for Maya, who is acting out a little bit because she needs the exercise, she needs the mental stimulation. Remember, it's not just running your dog a couple of miles a day. They need the mental stimulation. So as I promised one of my owners last night, that I am going to put together my video this afternoon on some fast exercises, some skills to drill your dog on that will help indirectly with their anxiety, their pent-up frustration, that extra energy that they are trying to figure out where to channel it. So until later on this afternoon, happy training and stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Yes.